Here's a fact that changes everything. In 1880, 90% of Africa was ruled by Africans. Kings. Empires. Systems of law older than Europe's. Then, in just 1 year, 1885, everything changed. No wars. No treaties. Just 14 white men in a room in Berlin, carving a continent like a cake. This is the story you were never told. The story of the Berlin Conference. Picture this, November 15, 1884. Berlin, Germany. Snow on the ground. Inside a grand hall, Otto von Bismarck, the German Chancellor, welcomes representatives from Britain, France, Belgium, and 11 other nations. Not a single African in the room. On the table. A map. A blank map. Because to them, Africa was empty. Never mind the Ashanti Empire in West Africa with its gold-rich kings. Never mind the Zulu warriors who'd crushed the British at Isandlwana just 5 years earlier. Never mind the ancient libraries of Timbuktu. They drew lines. Straight lines. Right through villages. Right through families. King Leopold II of Belgium took the Congo, a territory 80 times the size of Belgium. He called it his personal property. What followed was a horror show. But let's rewind. Before the Scramble, Africa wasn't some dark continent. It had universities in Timbuktu older than Oxford. It had the great Zimbabwe ruined stone towers that proved a thriving civilization. It had the Mali Empire, where Mansa Musa was so rich he crashed the gold market in Cairo just by giving it away. Then came the Scramble. The rules. Simple. If you could plant a flag, you owned the land. No questions asked. The human cost. Catastrophic. 14 million Africans had already been taken across the Sahara to salt mines in Iraq. Millions more would vanish into Leopold's Congo rubber plantations. Hands chopped off if they didn't meet quotas. Why don't we know this? Because history was written by the winners. By the men in that Berlin room. They called it civilization. We now know it was the largest land grab in history. Today, those same lines are why Nigeria has 250 ethnic groups forced into one nation. Why the Somali people are split between 3 countries. Why Congo is still bleeding minerals. But here's the twist, Africa remembers. From the Haitian Revolution that terrified slave owners to the think-first scholars reclaiming lost histories, the truth is rising. So next time you look at a map of Africa, remember those straight lines. They were drawn in blood. And the story. It's not over.